Hello everyone, welcome to this channel, Christina, your pet animal communicator, and I'm happy to have you here with me. I'm assuming you're either a communicator yourself or interested in a topic and want to strengthen the bond with your pets, with your animals, or just generally want to find out what is animal communication all about. So this video will be of great interest to you because I'm going to cover the question, how does animal communication work? How can I be sure that it works? You may have an issue with your pet or with an animal and would like to engage the services of a communicator, but you're wondering, this is all a bit woohoo. How can I be sure that this actually works? How can I be sure that when I spend my money that I'm going to get a result? And this is also a key word here in this video, results. So I'll explain in a little bit what happens during animal communication and how we know that telepathic communication works. But really, what you want to do is you want to measure a communicator by the results. And on my website, you'll see an array of testimonials that come from clients where the communication has worked, has given tangible results. And this is one way of establishing that you can trust an animal communicator, that they have credible testimonials and client statements on their website. But besides that, as I always say, anyone can do animal communication because everyone has the gift of telepathy, of telepathic communication. And this is why it works, because if you practice it, it brings results. Let's look at a few examples that have nothing to do with animals, right? So telepathy, the communication of thoughts, if you so want, happens, for example, as I've also said in a previous video, when you think of somebody and you really spend some time wondering perhaps how they are, or wondering about an arrangement that you have with them, and a day later or perhaps even an hour later they call you and speak about this very arrangement, or somebody calls you, emails you that you haven't seen for a while but have thought about. So this very everyday example, it might even have happened to you, is an example of you having communicated telepathically with this person by thinking about them, by focusing on them, by putting your attention onto them. Or, for example, we see that in twins, especially identical twins. Identical twins often have this special telepathic connection where one twin may live in one country, another one at the other end of the world, but they have the same things happening to them only a few hours apart, perhaps. Or they marry or have a similar partner with similar looks, perhaps even similar hairstyles. We can read about this all the time. Or, for example, we know that mothers have a particular connection with their babies, with their children, often knowing in advance when they might need seeing to, what they might need, when they might be in trouble, having a hunch, having a gut feeling. That is also an example of telepathic connection that often rings true. Another example is the 100th monkey experiment or 100th monkey theory. If you haven't come across that, look it up. It's basically the story of a behavior that was learned by monkeys who lived thousands and thousands of miles apart on a different island. Yes, you may say there are no official studies. Telepathic communication is still a pseudoscience. There's no hard fact, there's no hard proof, but there is a lot of anecdotal evidence. Least of all, when children have imaginary friends, have telepathic communication with imaginary friends, or children can still talk to animals. They haven't really been taught that language is the preferred way of talking. Children talk to animals. They talk to their, as I said, made up friends. That's nothing strange to them. That's completely natural to them. It's just us adults who try and dissuade them from using this really, really valuable gift. But I think if you look online, you will find there's plenty of forums out there, plenty of groups out there of people who are trying to actively engage in telepathic communication, be it with their toddlers, with their children, be it on a general level in everyday life, and animal communication is no different. So why don't you try it for yourself? For example, next time your other half goes shopping, why don't you send them a message in your mind? Could you buy, I don't know, a bottle of red wine, something that wasn't on the shopping list? Or could you buy some nappy cream for the baby? Or why don't you bring me some flowers? Send a message to your partner, to your loved one, and focus on what you'd like them to bring to you and see if they bring it. You may find out to your surprise it works. Or try it with a different command. Perhaps ask your other half or your child, relative, anyone who's in the room, oh, it would be so nice if you brought me or made me a cup of tea right now. Oh, I'm so thirsty, I could really do with a nice drink right now. Or it'd be really, really nice if we could go to the beach at the weekend. Any thought that springs to mind, send it to them telepathically, focus on it, perhaps even accompanied with a visual image of what you want them to do. That would work even better. And then see if they don't start talking about going to the beach or if that bunch of flowers doesn't arrive for you. So rather than approaching animal communication, telepathic communication from a skeptical point of view, why not approach it from a fun point of view and from a curious viewpoint? Ask your friends if anything I've mentioned has ever happened to you. You may be surprised by how many people have experience of telepathic interaction with somebody. Again, when it comes to the actual animal communication, then it's the results really that you want to look at. If the result presents itself, the communication reveals something specific that you can perhaps act on, but even something that perhaps you knew about the animal, which is then confirmed by the animal communicator without him or her having known about it first. That is all evidence that communication, telepathy works. And we have plenty of examples that show it. It's difficult, of course, to run official studies with this, but it's certainly a topic worth exploring. Telepathic communication exists for all of us. We've just been trained out of it. If you're curious about it, why not start with the simple examples I mentioned? And if I can help you in any way, shape, or form with your animal, connecting with them telepathically, then let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think of this video. Have you had telepathic communication with somebody? And give an example. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.